Today I want to talk about Junior Day at Oklahoma and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, let's talk about Junior Day at Oklahoma, where a bevy of 4- and 5-star recruits are being hosted and given the run around, and not in, the traditional sense, but they're giving tours and they're showing what Oklahoma football is all about. And just to give you some backstory on what a Junior Day is, it used to be a cattle call where you just kind of tell all the juniors that are going to be seniors, come on down, let's show you what our program is all about. Now they've become much more exclusive. Now it's really difficult to get a Junior Day invitation unless you already have an offer or that university is looking to extend you an offer. So it's really become more about elite kids in many ways than it has been about just getting as many kids on the campus as possible and letting them know what it is. You still got to camp, and you still need to take all of your visits if you can, but it is an unofficial visit. It is bringing your parents with you. It is showing the parts of the university that you might not necessarily have time to see throughout the football season because, well, you're playing football. And at Oklahoma, it means hosting guys like 6'2", 250-pound Kendrick Blackshire, who is just one of these man-childs, these real specimens that could end up being a 5-star player if he's able to put it together as a senior. He had an injury that set him back last year, but his size, he's been this big since he was 16 years old, guys. He's enormous. He would be an extremely good get for Oklahoma. Right now, I think it's going to be Texas, but anything's possible with 2021 kiddo. Another 2021 kiddo that you need to keep your eye on is his Duncanville teammate, Savion Byrd, who is a 5-star offensive tackle, 6'5", 265. He's got tremendous feet. He's got greater hands. I think that Bill Bedenbaugh could mold that kind of kid into a first-round draft pick in 3 years, let alone 4. We think about the red shirt, but with him, he's a little bit more technically sound than some. Another guy for you to keep an eye on is absolutely, positively, yes, Kobe McKenzie, who is the 2022 commit, 6'2", 238, has run a 4.75 40-yard dash already. He's also 16, and the idea of perhaps getting Kendrick Blackshire in 2021 and keeping Kobe McKenzie for 2022, you got to feel good about that if you are an OU fan. And there's a number of other kids that are being hosted right now. Some are picking up offers. Some are going to get offers. But I also take this opportunity to tell you that Lincoln Riley was at Deer Creek High School on Friday visiting Jacob Sexton, who is he is elite, right? He's a blue chip offensive lineman, and he would do well at Oklahoma. Gonna be interesting to really continue to look at who Lincoln is looking at for the 2022 quarterback position. He is hosting Orji, who is a 2022 quarterback out of Bishop Dunn in Dallas, and he could play some wideout, but I think he projects as a quarterback. He holds an offer from Lincoln Riley at quarterback, so that's all you need to know on that front. It's difficult to talk about Junior Days from the standpoint of what evaluations mean because you're not being evaluated, you're not at camp, but it is simpler to talk about who it is that Oklahoma likes, and it gives you a very good understanding of who they really would like to get into the boat, who has an offer, who doesn't have an offer, and it dwindles this list of potential recruits that involve the 2021 and 2022 cycles. Now, I'm going to put up a series of videos over the next few days that I did with Zach Poff, talking about the top of not just the 2020, but the 2021 and 2022 cycles, for which OU is very much a player for guys like Caleb Williams, who is quarterback and uncommitted, with Brock Vandegrift not flipping his commitment, but first saying that he's going to decommit from Oklahoma, reopen his recruitment, 3 weeks later commit to play at Georgia, which means that Caleb Williams is now the top quarterback left on the board coming out of Gonzaga. There are folks that think that he's better than Brock Vandegrift. I think they're both outstanding players. Right now, Williams seems to be down to a list that includes LSU and Oklahoma. So we'll see what that means for him going forward. He is not at this Junior Day, but he's also, was at LSU last November and took a 4-day trip. Got to talk with Joe Burrow, still talks with Joe Burrow. Tells you a lot about what's going on with him and LSU. One of the guys to keep an eye on as we continue to go through this is also Will Shipley. I would love to see Oklahoma make a run at him in a real way. He's a sleeper. He's a really great player. I also have just this feeling about the 2021 class. I really like it, guys. I love it from a defensive standpoint. I love it from the standpoint of not just getting Ethan Downs in the boat, not just getting Cullen Montgomery in the boat, but what you have the potential to add to this with Cody Jackson at wide receiver. But you need a quarterback, and you need to get a quarterback in by the summer so that you can really start to close out 2021 with ferocity. I mean, we're talking about watching Georgia ascend to the number 1 ranking in the 2020 class as we head towards signing day, with getting guys like Daijun Edwards to come into their program. And you look at what they got at running back, and you're going, my goodness, Georgia can now go deep at running back once again. What's Todd Monken going to be able to do with that? And you see what LSU's been able to do. You've seen what Clemson continues to do. It'd be nice to see Oklahoma be able to get into that mix, but you got to have a quarterback in the boat early to do that. Even now, we're talking about OU finishing inside the top 10, but getting inside the top 5 is when you can start to challenge for national championships. Junior days are very important in that because it's strengthening the bond, or it is establishing a stronger bond, I should say, with kiddos that could go to Texas, could go to LSU, could go to Florida. I mean, Tumisi Adeleye has gone from Katie Tompkins to Bradenton to play at IMG Academy, and he's visiting Florida because it's there and you can. Oklahoma needs to be in the mix for that kid, and they are, but they don't let off the gas. That's a 5-star defensive end. I think that Tumise has all the tools and the intellect to play at the next level and be a first-round draft pick. You want to show that you can do that. Now that you got Jamar Cain to fill out your 10 assistants, DeMarco Murray on this staff, I expect them to be able to recruit like all hell, and junior days are a big part of that. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.